So welcome once again to the 11th Annual Women, Peace, and Security Symposium. It is now my pleasure to introduce the 59th President of the United States Naval War College, Rear Admiral D-Day Walker.
Thank you, Dr. O. Well, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Mir Mingjis. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Good morning to you all. What a fine Navy day it is today, although it is a little bit hazy out there, especially since the Navy won this past weekend. Hooah, or shall we say, hoo-yah, Navy. Welcome to the 11th Women, Peace, and Security Symposium at the Naval War College. I'd like to welcome a lot of our distinguished guests here, so bear with me for a few minutes. Her Excellency, Dr. Vosa Osmani Sadro, President of Kosovo, Secretary of the Navy, the Honorable Carlos Del Toro, and his wonderful wife, the First Lady of the Navy, Miss Betty. Appreciate you, sir, your stewardship of the Navy, your championship of the Naval War College, the men and women that serve the uniform each and every day. We truly appreciate everything you have done for our service, sir. Ambassador Ilir Dugoli of Kosovo, Ambassador Bonnie Jenkins, Undersecretary of State for Arms Control and International Security, Ambassador retired John William Middendorf, I'm not sure if he made it in here yet, former Secretary of the Navy, Ambassador Roxanne Cabral, Senior Vice President, National Defense University, Mr. Christian Saunders, United Nations Undersecretary General and Special Coordinator, Ms. Katrina Fodovat, Principal Deputy to the Ambassador of the Office of Global Women's Issues, Ms. Avery Alpha, Principal Undersecretary for Office of Intelligence and Analysis, DHS, Ms. Ann Schumann, Principal Advisor for Cybersecurity, Department of the Navy, Vice Admiral Arte Serene, Indian Navy, retired Vice Admiral Alvaro Martinez, Argentine Navy. By the way, he and I walked the same halls here together as students at the Naval War College. Brigadier General Matt Tracy, President, Marine Corps University, Dr. Valerie Hudson, University Distinguished Professor and George H.W. Bush Chair, Professor of International Relations, Texas A&M University. Ms. Michelle Struck, Kosovar Chair and Principal Internationalism, CSIS, and former DASD for Global Partnership and WPS. Our distinguished CNO Fellow, Admiral Nirma Verma, not in the audience right now, but will be here shortly. There you go, Secretary Middendorf. Good to see you, sir. Not in the audience right now, but will join us later today, Ambassador Julie Turner, U.S. Special Envoy for North Korea Human Rights and Issues, and also Vice Admiral Sarah Joyner, Director of Force Structure, Resources, and Assessments from the Joint Staff. Those will be here shortly. Two secretaries warming each other up there, so that's awesome, sir. Provost Stephen Mariano, thank you for being here. Panelists, participants, our deans, chairs, senior service reps, faculty, staffs, and most importantly, the students. Thank you all for being here today. I also want to thank the Naval War College Foundation, George Lang and the CEO, and his team. Their steadfast support of critical symposiums like this gives the Naval War College the margin of excellence above all others. I truly cannot thank the foundation enough. This WPS Symposium continues a long-standing Naval War College tradition as the premier institution where future leaders of our nation's military and its allies and partners can collaborate on issues of global importance. Our international programs are especially valuable to our global outreach. In addition to enduring international relationships which are forged and a greater understanding of the perspectives of cultures of other countries which is developed, the WPS framework leverages the power of our warfighters and our civilian servicewomen's perspectives, which is critical to the effectiveness of our warfighting team and is a force multiplier as the complexity of our global environment continues to increase. The Naval War College, as envisioned by our founder, Stephen B. Luce, is, quote, a place of original research on all questions related to war, to the statesmanship connected to war, or the prevention of war, end quote. I've been fortunate to serve among some of the amazing women in my career in various missions, including combat. And I can speak firsthand about the value of these women warriors. This symposium will further examine their roles as well as we look at broader security issues throughout the WPS framework, as much as our founders has envisioned in examining all questions related to war. The Naval War College became the first professional military institution to hold Women, Peace, and Security Conference back in 2012. A special thanks to Dr. Mary Rahm, founder of the WPS program and former chair, as well as the current chair, Dr. Saira Yamin, and the WPS committee for bringing together United States and international thought leaders, scholars, civilians, and military practitioners to guide our collective efforts. In 2022, Secretary Del Toro tasked the Department of the Navy to review and revise professional military education and schoolhouse curricula to mainstream women, peace, and security priorities. Today, I'm pleased to highlight how we are further incorporating this symposium into our curriculum. As a part of the ongoing effort to incorporate the themes and issues related to women, peace, and security into curriculum, this year's symposium is an important element of our newly instituted Perspectives on Modern War course. The theme in the winter trimester for PMW course is Leadership, Culture, and the Ethics in Modern War. Leadership in today's world requires that leaders fully appreciate challenges in competition and war, and the role that identities and cultural influences, ideas, behavior, and the morality may present. A major factor within these broader cultural and ethical dilemmas is the role of women in conflict prevention, management, resolution, and post-conflict reconstruction, which I'm sure we will hear about that today. Many years of research demonstrates that strong links between the role and the treatment of women and the stability in the national security situation of the states they live in. The WPS Symposium gives the students a unique opportunity to examine these types of issues. For all of you students out there, you are expected to take what you learn here over the next 2 days and apply it to those lessons in your PMW course, your core curriculum, seminars whenever practical, but also when you leave this institution. Finally, I want to thank the entire team for the superb efforts and meticulous management of the administrative, security, and protocol issues for this conference.